Hey, 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 everybody out there in YouTube land. Well, you know they couldn't leave the snowman down south for too long. So, look what I woke up to this morning. Not too bad, at least I can see the pavement through it, right? But we are trucking our way across Wyoming, taking a load of beer. Man, they drink a lot of beer in Bismarck, North Dakota. And I wonder how many loads of beer we haul to Bismarck, North Dakota. There's some beer drinking fools in Bismarck, North Dakota. It's amazing to me the amount of truckloads of beer that we have going out. Americans drink a crap load of beer. I tell you right now, we haul more loads of beer than we haul Coca-Cola and Pepsi. That'd be a fact right there. Trucking my way across the Great White North today. Now, all this snow fell last night. I was having problems getting legal. I'm a little heavy. The only way I can keep it under 80,000 pounds right now is as long as I have less than a half a tank of fuel. So, actually right now at this very second, I'm about 300 pounds heavy over gross. Now, y'all may think, well, that's a bad thing. Sometimes when you're carrying these heavy loads, you have to sit down and you just do the math. And you pull out your trucker path and you look at where your scale houses are and how much fuel you can run in what areas. And then you do your math by how many pounds per gallon. And how much weight are you going to burn off per mile? And how many miles do you have to run to burn it down to get legal? See, I'm about somewhere between 250 to 300 pounds over right now. And I don't hit a scale house now for another 400 miles. So by the time I get to the scale house, I'll be legal. And as soon as I get past the scale house, I'll scale it, see where my weight is, and see how many pounds of fuel I can put on board for how many miles I got before I hit the next scale house. Yeah, I'm playing the weight game. One thing nice though is these Magnum trucks, we have an APU. And with the APU, we get another 450 pounds on our drives. So instead of having 34,000 limit, you can be at 34,450 pounds on your drives, as long as you don't go over your 80,000 pound gross. But we are definitely knocking on that door. I'm probably about 200 pounds probably over my 80,000 pound gross at the moment. But I'll be legal by the time I get scaled next time. I don't like to run like that. I prefer to run where whenever I stop for fuel, I can just top off my tanks. But when you're running heavy, you gotta sit down and do the math, man. Ain't no big deal. I was gonna run up through the Black Hills till I got this snow last night. And I ran through the Black Hills last time while it was snowing. I think I'm gonna pass. I don't want a repeat of that. But then I was thinking about maybe running up 59 or what is it, 59 or 58 cutting off across the grasslands on the 2-lane. I've been looking at the 2-lane roads as we go past them here on the interstate. That doesn't look too promising. So I'm actually going to go to Bismarck, North Dakota via Billings, Montana. Adds 200 miles to my route. But I think today it warrants it. Looks like we got a snowplow or something up here. I got a big truck coming around me. Hey there, big truck. You want to go ahead and get around me before we get to the snowplow? See, that I don't understand. Why people don't run a frickin' radio anymore. And if they do have a radio, they ain't got the dadgum thing turned on. So you can't talk to each other. Sure would make our job a lot easier out here if everybody talked to everybody. You see, that guy slowed down to let me get by this snowplow when I would have preferred to let him come on around me. I just can't say it. Everybody driving a truck ought to have a CB, and it should be on all the time, so y'all can talk to each other. Sure does make our life a whole lot easier out here when we can actually talk to each other. I guess that's one of my pet peeves. You know, you see a guy go by, and you go, "Hey there, big truck, that white Volvo pulling such and such trailer. Going northbound." Then you got all the lights out on your trailer. Never hear a word back. You don't know if he knows about it or not. I mean, CB, man, that's an amazing thing. We can actually talk to each other. You know, you get into a parking lot or something, you can go, "Oh, hey there, Blue Kenworth. You gonna sit there? You gonna go around? What's going on? What you gonna do, man?" Well, sure would be nice to talk to each other. Aggravates me. Truck drivers that don't run their CB. You know, and it's getting worse. I remember, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, we all ran CBs. We all chit-chatted while we were going down the interstate. You know, talking about mama back home, what her kids were doing. All that good stuff. Seems like more and more there's a whole lot of don't give a rat's ass about anybody but themselves. Sure does make it lonely, man. Everybody running around out here in their own little world. Not interacting with each other. I'll tell you, when I go into the truck stop and there's other drivers standing there, it amazes me how, you know, we got a whole line of drivers and nobody's talking. So what I always do is I always start a conversation. Just ask a question. You know, like this morning, you know, what's the roads like coming up north? Any of y'all come out of Billings or what? And before you know it, now we got 4 drivers standing around all talking to each other. It's just that frickin' easy. Man, I got another snowplow up here. I don't think he's plowing, I think he's sanding. Yeah, he's sanding. makes you just want to slow down and run behind.